All right, so welcome everyone to Brizone's Thursday session. So hopefully you have a nice and also great weekdays. And yeah, good evening everyone, and hello Brizoners. I hope you are doing well today. But before we started, I want to recheck your feeling tonight or your conditions. Like, how's your weather tonight? Like, is it okay for you, or maybe it's kind of moody? So you can give any reactions that you want to share with us. So please give any reactions that kind of you're feeling right now. So for me, I'm really excited and happy. Wow. So Kak Amran as conductor, very feeling lovely, yeah, for these sessions. And feel free for others participant. Thank you, Kak Ihal, so for sharing your feeling for today. And yes, so without further ado, let's we start our webinar session. So nice to meet you all. My name is Lintang, and I will be your MC for this tonight event. And thank you so much for your Britzone sessions that already come today. But before we jump into today's topic, let's me briefly about the introductions of Britzones. So basically, Prison is a learning and discussion space where we practice English through meaningful topic, real life and also reflections and interactive discussions. So here we don't only focus on kind of grammar or vocabulary, but also on sharing ideas, expressing opinions, and also learning from each other's stories. So yes, welcome to Prison. Can you to the next slide? Yes, so as you know that Prison is the largest free English community in Indonesia, that we not only the platform for English educations, but also we provide the volunteerisms like us to become the volunteers of the member of Prisons. And feel free if you interested to join with us to become volunteers. You can just directly to chat our direct message in Instagram or other social media. The next slide. All right, so this is our framework for growth. Basically, we have three framework that it's always become our baseline for every single sessions. The first one is the last thing. So basically, it's describe how we want to engage with a new knowledge and diverse perspective. And then the next stage is last talk. Hopefully, you can actively participating in every sessions to build speaking confidence. And the last one is let's transform. Hopefully, all of the insight can help you in your real life and applying your learning to achieve personal and professional growth. Next slide. All right, so this is our fifth typical class. The first one is Tuesday class. Usually, this class conducted by online or offline, and the session started every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Jakarta time. And then the second one is Thursday class. The online session, this class always conducted with the online scheme and every Thursday at 7 p.m. And the next one is Saturday class. So we usually conducted this class every Saturday with the offline sessions at 11 a.m. And the next one is special class. So this is the tailored sessions that only conducted by once per month. And the last one is Discord class. So this class is basically online sessions on Britzone Discord servers that conduct every Sunday at 7:30 p.m. All right, the next slide. Okay, so hopefully for all of you guys, the participants, while you joining this class, you can following and respect for our community guidelines and safety. The first one, please always respect and kindness, treat everyone with dignity, avoid sara and political topics. Second one, please seek permissions. Ask always before you taking photos or recording others. The third one, safe space commitments. We're committed to a safe environment. If you feel uncomfortable, we will proactively offer help. And the last one, don't hesitate to report any violations to your facilitators or to the committee immediately. All right, the next one. Okay, so if you're really interested to following our class and our sessions, please stay connected with us. You can follow our several social media, starting with the Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Discord, and also our website, britzone.id. The next slide. Okay, so we also wanted to give appreciations to our partner who support our class, especially for Tuesday and also Saturday class. So we are proudly supported by Perpustakaan Kemendikbudrismen and also Perpusnas RI, and the last one is Museum Mandiri. All right, the next one. Okay, so we also sell our merchandise, official merchandise 2026. So if you are interested with all of our merchandise, you can directly go grab your merch with this link, britzone.id/busy merch 26. So we have several merch kit, yeah. The first one is stickers, and also we have pass card and also cute tea, and also the last one we also have tote bag. All right, the next slide. Yes, so if you interested to join as facilitators or conductors, we're really open for you guys. So please please free to scan our barcode in here, and you can register now via bit.ly/busy 2026 underscore call to growth. Okay, the next one. Okay, so if you also wanted to become a speaker, so you can also scan this barcode too. So hopefully the next Tuesday sessions can be followed by your as a speaker or conductors. Okay, so I think that's all the introductions, about the Britzone. Hopefully you can know better about profile of Britzones. So let's move on to today's sessions. We already have the conductor or speakers between us in here already on camera, and so the theme of our discussion tonight is how to win a Fulbright scholarship through essay writing. So as we know that many applicants have strong academic backgrounds, but what often makes an application stand out is the ability to tell a compelling story through the essays. So tonight we will learn practical insight and strategies on how to craft essays that effectively communicate your experiences, aspirations, and also potentials. So it's now a great pleasure to introduce our speaker for this evening session. Joining us tonight is Kak Amran Wali, who will share valuable insight, practical tips, and personal experiences on navigating the Fulbright application process with a special focus on writing impactful scholarship essay. So please join me and give warm virtual applause to Kak Amran Wali. The screen is yours, Kak.
Thank you so much, Lintang. Give me a second. Okay, I'm sharing my screen right now. Okay. Can you see it? Does it work?
Yes, that's visible.
Okay. Let's do this. Wait, let me try. This one? Okay. Oh. Okay, got it? Can you
Yes.
see it? Okay. Okay, hello everyone. My name is Amran Wali. I'm a medical graduate from Wali University, and now I am a Master of Public Health student in Global Health at the University of Washington, Seattle. I am doing my master's with a Fulbright scholarships from the Department of State, the United States of America, from 2025. And then I was also like a pathway program recipient award from the University of Oxford, studying the future and forest displacement. and also Maraki Scholarship studying public health management. I was also awarded with the Civic Engagement Institute Academic Fellowship Programs of Wisely in Portland State University, United States.
I think your voice is quite
Sorry?
low. Your voice is quite low for
Okay,
because
okay, okay,
yeah.
okay, great. Okay, does it better?
From my side, I think it's clear, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice. Okay, here we go. Fulbright scholarship claims of the scholarships. We're talking about Fulbright. It's like one of like the biggest networking of scholarships across the world. Like it's like a exchange, directionally exchange, academic exchange, and cultural exchange from the United States to the whole world. So it's like an exchange between two countries here, the US and Indonesia in this context. Okay, so for our country, uh, they offer master's, doctorate, or PhD research and couples of like exchange programs for Indonesians. You need to take a look to like certain criteria because like for master's, doctorate, PhD research, and other exchange programs, they require different qualities for each one of these. And Fulbright has been known as the strongest, I would say, um, alumni networks across the world. Well, just like last month, we went to Houston, Texas. We gathered with people coming from 70 countries, learning about the NASA and explorations um, of the outer space. And me coming from the medical field, I also got to learn about um, how to say it's the things I really want to do in clinical science and how they introduced me in space medicine. So it's a broad, it's a very broad spectrums of like opportunities that they offer. But to note that the grants of Fulbright to pursue master's degree to the US for 1 or max 2 years in any field except medicines related to patient care and clinical patient contact. But you can still do like research in clinical settings, but not like you're the one taking the responsibility of the patient's care. That's a glimpse. And the process of the Fulbright here in Indonesia is quite long. It might differ to other countries. I know like one of my friends from the Philippines also joining tonight. I'm so happy to have him tonight. Yeah. And the roadmap for our Fulbright process in the country can take up to 18 months since the beginning of the applications to the departure time. So uh, you may experience feelings of distress or anxiety while waiting for further notifications going through candidacy steps. However, I'd like to underline this to everyone who are interested in Fulbright. Please know that you are here for a purpose that's truly worthwhile. It takes a long process, a very small quota comparing to any other scholarship provider like LPDP here in the country, and a larger number of applicants, very high standards, and it is like a contract base. It's not like everyone's got a fully funded Fulbright programs. Okay, here we go. The submission requirements. So there are couples of qualities that you need to be able to how to say it's like to fulfill and but these are the most common like the things we need to prepare days or weeks or months earlier before the applications opens. So one, the complete application forms, of course, including 1-page study objective, 1-page personal statement, the bibliography of your written published work, and 1 academic writing sample. After the curriculum vitae, or we call it resume. The okay, the academic writing sample is somehow different to any other scholarships requirements because Fulbright also asking Fulbright is also asking about you being able to be a single author for a scientific essay, max 10 pages, and it's like a published quality one. Okay, but tonight we're not going to talk about that academic writing sample. Instead, we're going to have a glimpse of how to uh, define a one-page study objective and a one page of personal statements. Okay, sorry, I think, okay, got it. Okay, the personal statement is like one of my favorite essay to write. How about you guys? Do you think it's like fun to write about yourself, right? Can I have like some reactions to this? Do you like writing your personal statements? Have you ever wrote any personal statement? How about you, Lintang? Have you ever had one?
Yes, I've been writing for maybe like short scholarships or
Okay.
short exchange, and I think it's kind of tricky ya, Kak Amran,
Yeah.
somehow like how we can differences between personal statement also CV. And I think that's something that I really wanted to know in this discussion, and maybe the other members in here also wanted to know about that.
Oh, nice. So yeah, that's very important because like the personal statement, you literally talk about yourself, but that is not a mere listing of facts. So here in the third points, I highlight not a mere listing of facts, meaning because you have provided the selection committee your resume or your curriculum vitae. You mentioned the year, some mentions their GPAs there, their electives, or whatever you call, but you call it a CV for reasons. You tell them you are by the list of facts. Okay, it's a list of facts, but the personal statements is different. You can't rewrite the things you have mentioned in curriculum vitae. Okay, here at Fulbright, they have a very strict, at least here in Indonesia, they have a very strict rules on how we gotta write our personal statements and study objective. For personal statements, they asked us to have only one page length of study objective, of personal statements also included. Okay. It is should be a narrative statement describing how you achieve your current goals. You can have it any ways you want. Someone do it chronic, how do you say, it's like from the past to the present. The others can do it the present to the past. Depends on how you want people to understand you, on how you present yourself at the table, how you can engage with a selection committee about yourself. Some collection selection committee might get to know you based on your personal statement first, not your CV. Okay. And the way you present yourself here is very clear for a Fulbright scholarships. One, you should mention your educations. The second one, you should mention your practical experience. The third one, your special interests. And the last one is your career plan. Okay, describes any significant factors that have influenced your developments, be it educations or professions. But this one can go through any of these four sections. Get it? So the way you call your significant factors contributing to your developments, it can go to the career plan sections, the spatial interests, your practical experience, or even your educations. Okay. Here, how would I suggest? This is not how Fulbright wants, but how would I suggest you to fit everything, these four sections, into one page length of personal statements? The first one, think inside your head that you have to have 500 words to max 750 words of essays. And you got to divide this, how to call it, and exact, not really exact, and possibly exact same amounts of words to these four sections. So it's highly suggest you to have 100 to 140 or 120 words for your educations. And you can call your practical experiences for the same amount of words, your spatial interest at the same amount of words, and your current plan for the same amount of words. divide it in equal parts. This is how you present yourself, that you have a strong, not a dominant, how do you call? Sorry, I gotta arrange this words nicely. Mm, how you would better define yourself that you are strong in each sections. Not you're like having a one dominant one and less in the other three. Okay. And in Fulbright, you cannot mention any specific university. You have a special interest, but you can't call a specific university. Okay. One more thing. People may like find themselves hard uh to say some things a significant factors like the things that they have, the burden that they carry, or like the things that ease their way toward the scholarship process or toward the like study abroad process. The way I present myself when someone asks about the significant factors contributing to my developments, to my interests, and to my scholarship journey, I will take myself to do to a state where I can show them my personality, my attitude, my backgrounds, and my strengths. It's very bad. It's very, it's broad. It has no correct answer to significant factors. But the way I answer these questions is the way is how I present myself, my personality. I call myself a very deliberative person. I weigh risks and benefits before concluding a answer. And that's how I present myself in these four sections. So you can do your own. You can say things about your personality, your deliberative personality may takes you further or easier to achieve your goals. But on the other hand, some people may see that their deliberative personality might hinder them of achieving their dream because they waste times there. So you get that. So I highly encourage you to know your personality. You can take any task like Kalu, for example. You got to know yourself better. Okay. So one important tips from me: take your personality test first. So that's way you can have a more objective answer to these questions. Okay, the personal statements, like I said earlier, is we expect you to have one page. It's max 750 words. It's like one you can do any formative way, but it's how do you call but it's very easy to see that you can write it in 12 size Times New Romans with a 1.5 space, whatever you call, but expect to have 750 words. Here, my another tips to have your personal statements concise. Expect to have not more than 7 paragraphs. And each paragraphs to have about 12 statements max, and one statement to have about 10 words in length. Of course, there are couples rules that can't even fix this the level where it should be exact same amount of words, paragraphs, statements, or words. But this is the overviews on how you can develop your personal statements in a good way, in equal parts, efficient. Okay. Okay, the way I present myself is very simple. When the Fulbright scholarship committee asked me to present my education background and my essay, I state a very simple words that they can easily understand without spending time to process. So that's another tips from me. If you want people to understand you, give them a very simple way to understand you. Because some scholarship hunters, that's a terminology I use every time I apply to scholarship. Like, uh, I want them to see my English capability like at the best, at the max level. to the top tier level. I use hard words. I use a very complex words in clinical fields so that they can see, this person is very, very advanced. But lately, I understand that the selection committee needs it to be simpler because that way they can have misunderstandings less. They can spend a good time understanding you. Okay. So I use words like I graduated from Universitas Syah Kuala and medical programs, whatever. You can mention your vocational studies, bachelor degree, and professional education here, but don't ever mention the things like you got an exchange program to Europe on this part. Show them that you have this core studies that you pursued, and this is the thing that correlates with your scholarship applications. And the professional experiences, also the same stuff. I have been working in, if you are currently works for the same institutions, and even like and I was in some selection committee for scholarships. I will I will take myself how do you call I will take myself more into someone when they say I have been working in or I have been involved in for 7 years, for 5 years, for 10 years, rather than a person who said, I work with a past tense at NASA, for example, for 1 month, for 1 year, for 12 years. You were there, but you're not there at the moment. And Fulbright take this personal experiences very, very important, very, very urgent, how to call, find your own words. But here's the thing, when you have an institutions that can provide, how do you call a sponsorship for your scholarship, or even like a place for you to implement your academic experience or professional experience you have gained in the US. So knowing that you have that institution or a place to share those things will be much more appreciated in the scholarships applications. Okay. And the specific interest, same stuff. I will pick a good simple words for everyone who read my essays, gotta know and gotta understand me. So this part, your specific interest can be in line with your educational backgrounds and or professional experiences. And your career plans, also you need to mention it clearly, short term, medium terms, and long terms. It can be anything. Okay. Also on this side, on the white sides, I have another tips for everyone. First, the way you present yourself, your personal and professional growth really relies on three different things. First one, understanding your core values, who you are as a person, and then defining your strength, and the last one, knowing your weaknesses. You mentioned your weaknesses doesn't mean that you can't grow, you know? And you define your strengths only, I'll call it only, doesn't mean that you are that strong enough on these application processes. Someone can see you as a very egocentric person if you keep saying yourself, I am very good on this stuff, A, B, C, D, E, Z. And no one will underestimate you if you mention your weaknesses, A, B, C on your essays. So it's very, very good to be moderate, that you can define your strengths. At the same time, you acknowledging your weaknesses. Okay. There's like the questions I have prepared. Like, did you experience any educational or professional hardship? Did you have a special mentor or advisors that helped you achieving your goals? Or did outside factors affect your developments? These three questions I have prepared really helped me in defining my strengths and my weaknesses. Like, I was very much influenced by someone's talk. If someone's saying bad things about me, I can be like depressed in second. So knowing that really takes you a state of like understanding that strengths and weaknesses really important in this personal statement. Okay. Okay, next one. Study objective. Same thing. Fulbright only require one-page statements of with the next slide. This one. Okay, same stuff. Expect one page, 750 words. Same amount of words, same amount of paragraphs and statements. One important questions that you need to explain in this part. Your degree. Study objective is like the study you propose to have through this scholarship. What degree you want to pursue. If they have specializations, state that clearly. Okay. Mine is Master of Public Health in Global Health. So it's very specific. I gotta do a public health studies in global health. And what concentration I will take, I would learn more about infectious disease. So be specific, explain why this degree program, why should I do MPH instead of Master of Science in infectious disease? Why should I do a global health degree instead of like environmental health? Why should I do global health instead of nutrition? Why should I do global health instead of tropical medicines? They all of them get the same concentration in infectious disease. The way you state clearly your reason why you pick this degree, why you pick this specializations really helps the selection committee gotta understands you better, gotta see why should we invest on this person. Okay. You can say things about like your previous training experiences, your prospective career relevances, and still do not even try to mention any specific proposed campus you want to have in the US through Fulbright scholarship. Okay. So my contacts, I share my pages in my page, sorry, without ask. I did I gotta do MPH in global health, infectious disease, because I am coming from a tropical country, Indonesia. I gotta learn more about the neglected tropical disease like malaria. This is my previous training experience and my expertise in social and clinical science. I gotta improve my community engagement in managing the risk of NTDs. I am also currently practicing a health diplomacy. I was previously trained in Oxford refugees and forced displacement studies, serving the communities like IDPs, internally displaced persons, and undocumented citizens. Those two communities really burdened by the entities like malaria in the country. So they're like the one taking the responsibility of um, carrying the nature at the palm oil plantation areas, at the line of like the forest and the intersection between like the village and the forest. If you're familiar with that terms. And I also mentioned that I plan to work in multilateral agencies. That's why I pick global health. So don't be mainstream calling, I want to be academia, I want to be docent, I want to be a lecturer. That's why I got to put through my master's degree. If you can be really specific and you don't have to fit yourself in Indonesia context. Like I'm coming from Aceh. I don't have like a space or an agency for me to practice my global health degree. That's why I gotta be a lecturer. You don't need to how to be one. You don't need to have yourself and that's it if you don't like it. Mention the things that really resonate with you and relevant to your degree. Okay? Like someone, I have a friend, she always mentions about she gotta be a lecturer at LPDP, at Fulbright, at AAS, because she thinks if you call yourself gotta be a lecturer, they will put more points toward your essays because you have a clear and really reasonable way of practicing your experiences you have gained through this scholarship. For me, it's no, it's a big no. Okay. Okay, I think that's all about the essays. I just want to share one of my favorite and very relevant essay that I think I learned a lot from that one. I can't have it up fit in my slide because don't have a constant to share that, but I can still mention a part of that. I have a friend who was studying law at Universitas Indonesia, Jakarta. He applied to one scholarships for a master's in law studies at one of the big prestigious university in the world. The way he presents himself in a very simple way and a very concise essay that he calls himself a deliberative person also. That's why it's very resonant with me though. He one day he clearly mentions one story that one day he found one, you know, 100,000 rupiah money. So he found money basically in the amount of 100,000 rupiah in the middle of the street in Jakarta. So at that point, he was very um hungry. He needs money. He doesn't came from a family of with a good financial support, you know. He was on a business scholarship. And at that point, if he took the money, he can survive for another 1 week at least. But he then presents himself that say how deliberatively he thinks on why should I take this money? Why should I leave this money? What happened if I take this money to me, to the people, to the surroundings, to a person who also might need this? Or what if I provide a solutions of taking this money and giving this to the mass? Or like to someone that needs better than me? Or what if I leave this money and someone can steal it and can use it for bad purposes? So he then, by the end of the essay, at one paragraph, he mentioned his conclusions. Why did he leave the money ultimately? And on that part, I was touched by how like he can still present his core values of a person in a collective communities with a different interests. He can't be a person with a big ego, knowing all things about himself, that he should be the one taking all actions. Everything, everything went through like his minds only shows that he can still take parts in these communities without harming others' rights, like without benefiting himself only, you know? So it's very simple experiences and stories that he shared that essays that finally brought him to the very good career now. He graduated from the very prestigious university and he did great. He always does great though. So that's all from me. Thank you. I'll go back to Nathan.
Wow, that's a very valuable insight, yeah, Kamran. I'm really impressed for that. So, Can you, all the members, can you give the virtuals applause for Kak Amran before we? Thank you, Kak Puja. Thank you, Kak Yoga. Yes, before we started our Q&A session. So, Kak Amran, while you presenting the sessions, we have already a few questions in the chat box. So the first questions is come from Kak Sanswijayanti. So, what if we wrote the personal statement more than 750 words, and let's just say it's 800 wording? It is allowed.
Yeah, of course it is allowed. Like you gotta see like in English of which that you can pick, like um, the short ones or the long one. You can pick which one you want to have, and also like how would you present in the statements. You can really arrange it in different ways of styles. Okay, but here my other tips to everyone. 750 words is not a rule. It's just the way how experienced persons would suggest someone want to do it in a good way. But always do like the plus minus 10%. So you can have like more than about 70 to 100 words more or less. In Fulbright, they don't have that exact number. They only call it 1 page max. So if you have like 800 words and it costs you more than 1 page, another way for you to have the 800 words fit into 1 page is scaling down the words, the font. And also, you can scaling down the font to, I believe, like 11, size 11. But you can't do it like on 10, no. So it's very, very straight. Stay still to the regulations that the Fulbright already provide for you guys.
All right. Thank you so much, Cameron, for the answer. Hopefully, that's answers can directly answer your questions, yeah, Kasans. Okay. So the next one is come from Kastri. So do you have any recommendations where we can see a good examples of essays for scholarship?
Okay. I don't know where, but I will highly encourage you to take a look at the TED Talks, like a documentary and how like personal experiences can really influence someone's positionality, someone's career, someone's achievements. TED Talks can be a really good way for you to understand why I like this person, personal statements. And also like another tips, I also like to have my TikTok for your page search bar. I search like for example, a good Harvard essays, a good Princeton's essay. By the next day, I got a bunch of them, my FYP pages. I also got ones, someone on my TikTok pages that someone was a nanny. Someone works as a nanny that she mentioned that her first work didn't start at the age of 18. It was like it was a law by the law that you can start working on your 18 age of 8 years old, But she mentioned that her first work occupations only starts at the age of 3, where she took off her shirt, even her dress, her used dress, to wipe the floor. Because she and the whole family of hers have been working as a nanny and a housekeeper for like decades, for like generations. And that way, it was a good hook. It was very emotional. But then the way she presents herself through the essays really fits into the criteria of the scholarships. So for me, I will highly suggest you to have that kind of hook but also knowing that in Fulbright you might not need like too much, you know. So if you ask about where should I ask something, where should I look for recommendations, or you have any recommendation for good essays, we can go through TikToks. They got a bunch of them.
Thank you, Kamra. So maybe do you also sharing kind of the things in your TikTok? Maybe you can like share your TikTok name.
Winter, I know what you're talking about, bro.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we have the other questions in here ya from
Yeah.
Kak Afkar Majidi. I think Afkar wanted to ask something out of the topic. Is it okay?
Yeah, sure.
So you
We
can
can
type
drop
it
the
or you
question.
just want to open your microphone, Kak Afkar?
Okay, hello.
Hello.
Okay. Um uh okay, the question that I was gonna ask, I'm sorry, for a disclaimer, it was just coming from a place of curiosity in me, not from a place of judgment. I just wanna ask about the things that you said. You said that since you have experienced educations in several countries, what do you think are the biggest differences between those education system and one in Indonesia? And I would, and to follow up on that questions about you explaining about the Fulbright scholarship, would it be possible if you could if we could access about all of your document applications to the Fulbright scholarship, if you're willing to
Okay,
to thank you.
I'm so sorry I cut you out. I got two questions. Sorry. First one. Um, the big differences between Indonesia and other countries. I would say the resources. The resources. Like I have no idea how to write a good essay, for example. The US, through Education USA, provides assistantships on how you can better write good personal statement and study objective. In Indonesia, I also applied to some scholarships during my preclinical studies or my clinical studies and some programs from the ministries. They don't even have how do you call it, seminar or introductions for the programs. They don't provide resources on how to write these things. I asked them through emails on how can I better access the criteria and like checklist or whatever. They didn't even reply. So first, the resources that they provide start from the applications. And when you already learned or study in the country, like in the US, for example, they provide more and more resources. So when someone asks me literally, what is the big differences between Indonesia and other country? The resources. Like the willingness of the government to invest in educations is so much different. And how the system works in those countries comparing to Indonesia. Like they literally provide the best one. Next, the next question, I can share you the criteria in the portal, like the documents, but not my personal documents, because it is very much personal to me. And I mentioned some sensitive topics about me, my personal experience. Some may be triggering to me. It's a very triggering emotionally. So I don't want it to have people watching me through my essays, you know? I mean, that's me. I can help you. I can give you insights based on my personal experiences, but I don't think I can share my own.
Okay, thank you so much for that.
Okay, thank you so much,
Yeah.
Kamran, and also Kak Afkar for the questions. I think we have limited time, so maybe we just like have the one more questions, but I will summarize the questions between Kak Rahmi and also Kak Melissa because I think the question is similar. So basically, how we start to writing if at the first place we scared to begin to write, and then how to have when we have the writer's blocks and also starting with the introductions and conclusions, how we can have the strong tips for that. I guess it's not one question, but yeah, hopefully you can answer that, Cameron.
Okay, I think it's hard. Like, I will highly suggest you to not starting writing your essays in English. Start do it in your mother tongues, Indonesians or Achinese or Javanese or Sundanese. Do it. Like, you can better understand yourself at your first language, you know? You know how complex it is, the story, by saying things in Indonesian, for example, comparing to the words of English that you compile very straight. You try so hard to find the words, but it doesn't even make sense when we got the whole paragraphs. So same things, the introductions, the main parts, and the conclusion, sorry. Start knowing yourself. Do not too much focusing on English. They don't judge you because you pick wrong way of writing. They don't judge you of having one typo. They don't judge you of having like a grammatical error. We can have a mentor. We can have an advisor to cross-check everything that we have written, we have wrote, basically. So that's the thing. Be yourself. Do not focus on English. What is the next question? Sorry.
So yeah, how we can writing the strong introductions and conclusions?
The introductions, you can do a hook for that. You don't have to pick one quote to open it. Be genuine. Don't be someone else. You can be inspired by one quote, but what if other people also use the same quotes but with the better stories? So another hook from me is like your personal experience that very unique to you. That is very unique to you, like no one can copy that. Instead of having a quote in your introductions, is that hook. Tell them that you are unique in your very own way. And the conclusion, sorry. And again, I got a very twisted tongue, sorry. Conclusions, mention it clearly. If the scholarship's selection committee asks you to conclude your essays by career plans, do it by career plans. Do not take them back to your backgrounds. Do not take yourself back to your family backgrounds or whatever. Fulbright asks you to conclude your study objective, for example, by your career plans. Do it that way.
Okay, thank you so much, Kak Amran. Hopefully, the last questions answers the last answer your questions, yeah, guys. So I'm so sorry, Dr. Murdia, we can't do answer the questions. Maybe, I don't know, like you can send directly into our Britzone, and maybe I will send it to Kamran, if Kamran willing to answers in the futures. So yeah, because due to the limited time, we must to warm up these discussions. Once again, thank you so much, Kak Amran, for your dedicated time for us, and sharing valuable insight for us. So hopefully it's just not just it's starting it's become our inspirations, yeah, to starting to try scholarship, especially maybe Fulbright or others, any scholarship opportunities. Before we go to the FGD sessions, we have the photo sessions first. So everyone, if you want to open your camera, please to open your camera. Hello, Kak Amran's friend.
Yeah.
Hello,
We also got one audience from here.
Amran's friend. Pwede ba hawak-hawak?
Okay. So anybody wants to open your camera?
We
Okay,
can take a
so
picture together though. Let's do it.
Wait.
Only one
okay.
photo.
Okay, maybe the operator can help us to screenshot the screen. Okay, I will count in 1, 2, 3. Okay, once more. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Thank you so much, Kamran. Enjoy
Thank you.
your
Thank you.
weekend or weekends before you back to the US, yeah. So yeah.
Yeah.
Asli sih, Bang.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye.
Bang, ini pakai baju bakso, Bang.
Okay, so guys, this is the FGD sessions. We can start to open the breakout rooms. So enjoy your discussions with your facilitators. See you again in the main room.
All right. Okay. Good evening, everyone. Okay, for who you are still here, I mean, like you don't get any button to go to the breakout rooms. It means that you are here. We do the discussion here. So we are in a main room. So I truly recommend you guys to open your cameras if you can, because now we are streaming live on our YouTube channel, Britzone. Okay. Uh, it will be it will be very nice if I can see you in face, okay, face to face. Okay, maybe before we start our discussion, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Muniha Adin Munawara. You can call me Iha. I came from Gresik, East Java actually, but now I currently live in Jakarta and I work in a media information sector or industry. So nice to meet you guys. Before we start to the first question of our FGD session, I would like to know more about you. So uh, I want you guys to introduce yourself. So maybe we can start with Fatma, maybe. Hello, Kak Fatma. Are you there?
Nice to meet you.
Hi,
Actually,
nice to meet you.
my name is Fatma. Just can call me just Fatma. Okay, it's simple. Currently, right now, I live in West Jakarta. Thank you.
Okay, sorry. Your voice it's a little bit unclear. So
Sorry.
maybe you can also mention your name, occupation, and also where it come from. And is it your first time joining our session?
Actually, this is not my first time joining this session.
Okay,
Okay.
it's very clear. Okay, nice to meet you, Fatma. Are you student or are you working?
Yeah, I'm working.
Okay, okay. Okay, and now we can go to the maybe Kak Afkar.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, I go by the name Afkar. You can just call me Afkar. I'm currently living in Jakarta and I'm currently working right now. So,
Oh,
thank you.
okay. Okay, thank you. Is it your first time joining our session?
Yep.
Oh, welcome. Okay, and now we can go to Kak Dian.
Hi, good evening.
Hi, good evening.
Okay, so my name is Dian, but usually people call me Ian, and currently I live in Thailand.
Oh, so are you Indonesian or Thailand's
I
citizenship?
I'm Indonesian.
Sorry?
I'm Indonesian.
Oh,
Sorry, is my voice clear or
yeah, sometimes it's disappeared, but now your voice is clear.
okay?
Okay, so are you working in Thailand?
Oh yeah. So I work as a teacher here.
Oh, what's teacher? What's major?
I teach English to grade
Mhm.
7, 9, and 12.
Oh, we're happy to have you here. And is it your first time joining our session?
No, not really. No. Wait, hold on. Here, a notification just pops up. I think I need to move to another breakout room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, see you
Sorry.
then.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay, and now maybe we can go to Kak Rens. Halo Kak Rens.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
I am Rendra. I come from Malang.
Okay,
And
you're from the same city actually.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I work as a room attendant in hospitality. And
Sorry, can you repeat?
I I work as a room attendant in hospitality.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah. And
And
also it's not totally rarely I join this sanction. Sometimes I
mm,
join previously.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I regularly see your names coming up in our session. Thank you for coming again and
Thank
again.
you. Yeah.
Okay, and we still have one person here. We have Kak Carlinda. Hello, Kak Carlinda.
Halo Kak,
Hi. Would you mind to introduce yourself, your name, your occupation, where you come from, and is it your first time joining our session?
Hello everyone. I'm Carlinda. I work as a administrative staff, and this is my second online class. Thank
Hmm.
you.
Okay, nice to meet you guys. Okay, or we can directly go to the hour after the session. I have several questions here, but maybe we can start with the first question. Is it basic question? So, what personal experience has shaped you? You are I mean, like, shape you as you are now. I mean, like, you are the best of you. I mean, the personal experience that you have that you can show to people as the best version of you. Maybe for me myself, I will give example. Like, I have experiences in organizations. That's basically and in a university. So I do some research there with my friends. So I will make this as my background of the past experience that I have that I can show to the maybe the reviewers of the scholarships to impress them. So how about you guys? Do you have another experience that can you show to the reviewer or can impress the reviewer? Maybe we can start with Kak Afkar.
This is actually an interesting question. Actually, I'm the type of person who doesn't really go along with people because I would admit myself as an introvert person. I don't really go hang out on or even join certain organizations. But I did join back when I was still in university. So I was joining into this student group associations according to my field, which is called Associations of Nutrition Sciences.
Oh,
And yeah, and then I got into the Department of Student Research and Development. So this is actually where I really try to get out from my comfort zone because I've never had that experience before, even when I was still in my high school. And I got a position as a secretary at the division, and I bet that it was really aligned with my personal interests because I really like writing, reporting tasks, or even conducting meeting. and that actually shaped me the way I have become today. And that's actually the starting point where I feel like I really need to join or follow more about organizations activities. Then I decided like 1 year later to actually join volunteer on Instagram, which is called Pejuang Halo Beasiswa. If you guys have
Oh,
already known about that,
yeah,
it's
I've heard about
actually,
it.
yeah, it's actually a platform where you are basically conducting webinars with a lot of great influencers or people that has pursued a certain higher level of education with certain scholarship. So we're doing the kind of thing like this today's event, I think. And I was more pushly strong enough to this kind of field. And like it's a 1 year program, right? 1 year of volunteering, and I get I get entitled from the director as the like the best staff on that division. And I
Oh,
feel like that's
congrats.
actually something that I really need to value myself. And then I promise myself in the future that I will be keep doing this, and I really need to be more awful and become more enthusiastic towards something that I am pushing myself through. That's it. Thank you.
Very impressive. I can see that you're really enthusiastic with your experiences back then, but now I see that you have a passion in it. So I have one more question for you. So is it, I mean, like the volunteer activity that you have joined or you had joined, is it still related with the nutrition things?
No, it doesn't have any
Oh,
correlation with nutrition things.
oh,
Because
so I,
I was just,
mhm.
yeah. So I was just scrolling through TikTok and I see about the volunteer program that has been popped up to my FYP on Instagram. And even though it doesn't have any correlations with the medicine that I take, but I really like about this just because I like the education part of things, and I like,
Mhm.
um, you know, making people more knowledgeable to know more
I see.
about there are actually a lot of opportunities if you want to go abroad, either for working or studying. You can actually get this through the scholarship, and that's why I feel more pushly strong enough to this kind of field. Anyway,
Yeah. Okay, I agree with that. Thank you for sharing up, Kak.
you're
Now we
welcome.
can go to Kak Fatma maybe. How about you, Kak Fatma?
So much I have a question. Actually, this week I got a new personal thing. Maybe it's already happened a long way ago in my life, but I just realized that. Like this week, I feel like I get more curiosity.
Mhm.
Yeah. Like maybe like 1 month ago, I get so many burden from my work. I have to go home, and then after that, I have to work. I feel like there's something wrong with my life. Like I need something spark. So, what kakak sebelumnya said, like I I joined a volunteer. Like last week, I joined volunteer in the World Mangrove Day, and I feel like, oh my god, this is a, even though it's not a big community, I can have a new knowledge from the other conversation with any other friend with a different perspective. Yes. Sometimes it can be like so terrifying, right? When we think about, is this event good for me? How if I fall, like have a conversation? How if I not match with Gen Z or Gen Alpha, something like that? I have like so many. I have think a lot about that, and then after that, after I joined that, I feel like, oh, it's good. Actually, I have to learn new thing like personality, I guess, from them. Like how do we manage our anger, I guess. Like how we treat our the other person who didn't disagree. Like they didn't agree with our opinion. So, thank you so much, Kak.
Okay. So I guess Kak Fatma just more social. I mean, like she try to connect to the community, to the community and gets more experience in it. And you got it, Kak Fatma. Yes,
Yeah,
right?
thank God I got that.
And may I know what activity that actually you did that?
So actually, in the Mangrove Day last week,
Mhm.
we have to be separated in so many groups, and there we
Okay,
do, yeah, and we do plugging. It's like we pick up the trash from the mangrove
okay,
tree in angke, in pig, and after
yeah.
that we have a lot of conversation. We talk about plan, we talk about anything, and I don't know why I can match with the conversation. Yeah, it's not about career. It's not about how many that you already get. What is your car right now? No, it's only just a small talk, and it's so relaxing. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah, it's about a human. I mean, like we are a social person, a social people, so we need to connect with others. I can agree with that too. Okay, and now we can maybe we can go to Kak Carlinda. Hello, Kak Carlinda.
Halo Kak.
Okay, and how about you?
Uh, for me personally, like my answer is same as the previous Fatma. In my middle 20, I don't know, 20s, I wanna be a productive person because sadly in my first 20s I'm not a productive person yet. Especially when I was in university. I was just being passive. I mean, like I don't know how to say kupu-kupu, kuliah pulang. Any I don't have a lot of experiences or such as volunteer or internship and so on. So I think I know it's too late to start it now, but I think I wanna be being productive enough. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I got it, Kak Carlinda.
Mm-mm.
I got your point. Uh, but I can say that if we're talking about experiences,
Mm-mm.
okay, I may give an example about my experiences in the university. But if
Mm-mm.
we talk about experiences, it's really large actually. I mean, like it's not only the experiences in the university; it can be the experiences in the professional sector. I mean, like you are now what are you working right now. It can be an experience that you can show to others. Okay, if you are not a person that you want to apply to the scholarship, uh, what experience that I mean like you can show to others, like is it the best version of me? I mean, like maybe from the background of your work, maybe.
Or sorry, I don't know how to say in English, but
Hmm?
for now,
It's okay,
currently,
you can mix it.
I work as my work is not relevant with my background study. So
Mhm.
I think in my middle 20s, I think I wanna have a job that who has relevant with my study, and I think I want to take a scholarship, and that's why I need to have a strong CV. So that's the reason why I need to more being productive, and I don't have yet. Yeah, like I said, in my when I was in university, I don't have a lot activities, and I'm so regret about that. And yeah, so yeah, I want to switch career to back to back that the job has relevant with my study. So yeah, I think so.
That's a good point from you that you want to switch your career.
Yeah.
The willing to switch your career,
Mm-mm.
it's indicate that you want to pursue your dream, right?
Yeah. So
Mm, So,
yeah, that's the
so
reason why.
it's never be late, I guess. I mean, like you can build your branding, personal branding through others. I mean, if in the past, okay, just let it go. The past, you can build stuff now. I mean, like from the volunteerism, like others here,
Yeah.
Askar, Owen, Scott, and Fatma, they are joining volunteerism, so you can do that. Okay,
Yeah. Yeah. Thank
so
you.
never give up. Okay, and how about Kak Rens?
All right. So a long time ago, I had experience. I worked as a waiter on a cruise ship where I deliver high-end dining experience to over 100 international guests every single night.
Oh,
During my last contract, our dining room was short-staffed during peak gala nights. I stepped up to coordinate order timing for the adjacent stations, which eliminate kitchen delays and keep guest satisfaction scores at around 90%. I'm looking to bring my fast-paced multitasking skills, cross-cultural communication, and high standards of service to this new role. And right now, I've moved to another job in hospitality as a room attendant, where I ensure guest rooms meet strict luxury cleanliness standards and manage inventory daily under the date's checkout windows. Uh, I just gain new experience and to support my another document when I want to move another agents. Before this, I get strong customer facing experience as a waiter, and by combining both roles, I have mastered both behind the scans, efficiency, and direct guest communication. I'm looking to bring this dual focus on speed, high attention to detail, and top tier hospitality to our team in the future. That's all. Thank you.
wow, it's really specific, yeah, parents. I see the line of your experiences in the hospitality. May I have a question.
Yeah.
Um, since when? I mean, like, since uh, how old are you when you start to focus in this work? I mean, the work of hospitality.
I start to work. Actually, I when I was student at vocational high school, my major it's not in hospitality.
Okay.
So when I recognize teacher,
Yes.
my teacher offered me to work as a seafarer. So uh, he he helps me, and so I just try because someone said me this is opportunity you can try if you put aside this you can I mean you can regret in the future. So I tried, and at the moment, mm, I found my patient at the place. So I am admired when I saw us a lot of people different background on one place and breathtaking landscape like that,
Okay.
and
Okay.
so
Okay.
delivering excellent service.
Okay, you're very passionate in it, I guess.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing. Okay, now maybe we can come back to the topic of tonight's session. I mean, like the conductor teach us or sharing to us about the tips and tricks to make an essays. I mean, like the impressive essays that can win the Fulbright scholarships. But now, if we are talking about essays, what do you think makes a scholarship essays memorable for the reviewers? What is that? Do you have any idea in it? Maybe we can start with Kak Akad.
Okay, I'm sorry, I have a cough. Um,
Yeah.
could you please repeat the questions because I couldn't catch it. The connection is quite unstable also in here.
Okay, okay. Wait, I will repeat my question. What do you think makes a scholarship essay memorable for the reviewers?
Oh, okay. Memorable with the reviewers. I think everyone has their own unique when it comes to explaining something and put it in their essays writing. By putting your own uniqueness, and since everyone is differs from one to another, I think it would be easier for you to get one step ahead because technically the interviewer or the reviewer, I'm sorry, the reviewer technically have seen a lot of essays with a lot of writings and actions. By putting your uniqueness into the point with your argument in your writings essays, it would be easier for you to get one step ahead, and it would be easier for the reviewer itself to find, oh, this is like the right candidate for you to get accepted, something like that. Did you get my
Okay,
questions? By putting your
yeah,
uniqueness, it actually makes you feel one step ahead.
yeah. So we have to find our unique points, right,
Hmm.
for ourselves. I got it. But sorry, I see everyone is coming
Sure.
back to the main room. Okay, I think we need more time, Kak, please. Okay, it's such a very interesting discussion, but I'm sorry, guys. We have to end our discussion. Maybe we can continue to the another SGDs to the next session. So I will give the screen back to the MC Kalintan.
All right, thank you so much, Kaiha. I believe everyone in here already shares the valuables the valuable sharing about your experiences writing your essay or maybe motivation letters. So I will like to hear how the sharing sessions in your breakout rooms. So I will invite maybe Kak Gandhi to uh invite one persons from your breakout room members to sharing in this manner.
Well, just because I have my cameras on, obviously you're gonna pick me, alright. So, you did say to pick one person out of my breakout room, and well, fortunately, there's a whopping amount of one guy in my breakout room. But quick recap, it was really fun. I mean, a whopping 30, maybe 25, 30 minutes of discussion with just the two of us in the breakout room doesn't feel like a interview or something at all. It's just like more of a pep talk, and well, it was really engageful for me and really insightful for both of us. And I shall call the only person in my breakout room. I'm pretty sure is, oh yeah, he is still right here indeed, and that is Scott Yoga. The stage is
Halo,
yours.
halo, assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
Halo,
All right, the stage is yours.
uh, I maybe I just want to share what we discussed two of us actually. Uh, we are talking actually not in today's topic, but I just want to say it, uh because I I have I'm happy to join this today's today's session. It makes me adding my perspective actually, and also reference to about the scholarship Fulbright. I I know about I'm sorry because my throat is not well. Uh, I not really know about the Fulbright. I just knowing Fulbright. So it's really nice to hear about the Fulbright from the Amran, yeah. But because I cannot afford the pursue the scholarship this year because the administrative uh problem, something like that. But I happy uh, discussing about scholarship perspective with Gandhi uh, about, and actually we Gandhi make me realize to I have to make a blueprint right now about my planning how to get to achieve my scholarship. Uh, is it Fulbright or maybe LPDP or maybe RS, something like that. Um, hopefully, all of these members can achieve their goals too about the scholarship, and also hope oh shit, Astagfirullah. uh I hope all the members can be worthy too. Maybe that's it. Lintang, Kak Gandhi. I'm sorry for my throat. I can say with in clearly. I think that's it. Assalamualaikum. Sorry.
All right, thank you so much, Yoga. So yeah, that's
Oh,
the
no.
okay. So yeah, hopefully you're getting well soon for your toad, and also I believe that you learned so much for today's sessions. You also mentioned that it's your first time to hear Fulbright, so please keep uh keep spirit to try pursuing this scholarship. Maybe I think this year's is not your timing. Maybe you can just try the next year's or maybe the other years. Give it up, Yoga. Thank you so much for the sharing. I think we can hear from one more members in here. So maybe I will call Kak Aldi. Hello, Kak Aldi. Do you want to share your participants?
Halo, Kalintang. Yeah, thank you so much. In my breakout room, I have Kayasir and also Kak Hana. Let me check. Okay, okay. I think we haven't decided yet, but I think let's hear. Maybe Kak Hana, would you like to sum up our discussion? Yeah, for a minute or two, maybe. Thank you
Okay,
so much.
okay. Thank you for the how to put it. Thank you for the change for me to speak up here for Kali and for the summarize for what we already been discussed about. At first, we have a how to say it introduction. Then afterward, we talk about the plan for the future. Either we gonna apply a Fulbright scholarship or the other scholarships. And then after that, we also talk about some kind of the correlation between the members' occupation and also how we have some kind of how we have some kind of concern towards the next step that what we plan about the future. And I guess that's the nutshell of what we already been done in the FGD just now. That's all, I guess. Thank you.
Hi, thank you so much, Farhanaya, for your sharing. I think it's very interesting sharing your key visions and also how your members preparing and interested with the scholarship itself. All right, guys. So I think that's all the warm up of this today class. But before we end up this class, please kindly to help us give the feedback. So maybe the operator can help me to sharing the barcode, and please kindly help us to give your valuable feedback and honest feedback for us so we can make the more classes that better services for you and more convenience as well for us. Okay, maybe the times for fill in the feedback forms is around 1 minute until 2 minutes. So yeah, the times is yours, guys. Okay, thank you so much for all the participants, all the members who comes for our tonight session. So hopefully you have you gaining the valuable insight, and maybe it's make you realize, or maybe a starting point for you to start your pursuing your master degree in the futures, or maybe it's become your motivations while you have like the unmotivated days. So yeah, hopefully these sessions really give you positive feedback for your days and also your futures. So yes, I think that's all for today's sessions. Thank you so much for all of members who joining us today, and don't forget to join our uh tomorrow our Saturday class as well, and also don't forget to join and also follow our socials media on Instagram and also in other socials platform. Bye bye. See you around, guys.